So, so anybody who's going to be watching the recording later, I'm Melissa from Melissa Likas Skincare Consulting. This is my Tuesday tutorials. I do a short little tutorial on different skincare subjects. Today we're going to talk about eye cream as specifically requested by my friend and client Carly. It's a lot of C's, and we're going to keep it simple. So this forum should be pretty short. This format should be very short, so that way you guys aren't bored out of your minds. If you have any questions, you can always post them in the comments. I'll see them later if you see this in a recording, or you can direct message me on Instagram or Facebook or email. All my contact is Melissa Likas. It's easy to find me. So let's talk about eye cream. So often people think that eye cream is for when you're older. You don't need it when you're a kid, that it's there to fix things. Unfortunately, as with any kind of skincare, eye cream doesn't fix the lines and the crow's feet that you get. The lines that we get, they can be from sun. They're typically from movement, just moving your face. It's how, expression lines, and some people have them deeper than others. But if you're using eye cream early, because just like with anything, we want to be preventative. It's really hard to be corrective. So preventative is really key. So if you can be using that eye cream as early as possible, that is ideal. So, not 12 years old, I don't think that's necessary, but, if you get into your late teens, early 20s, and you start using skincare, I think that it's a good idea to incorporate eye cream into your routine. It doesn't have to be terribly complicated. Hi, Trish, welcome. So using it early, keeping that area hydrated. This skin is a lot thinner than the area on your face. So some of the things that I see with my clients a lot is that they use really heavy eye cream, trying to correct for any kind of fine lines that have already started, and they end up getting whiteheads, those milia, those really hard ones around on the skin of the cheeks. And that's super typical when you're using a product that's too heavy for this delicate skin area. So you just want to make sure that you're using, a really light eye cream. And to be honest, I feel like, you can get eye cream anywhere. I wouldn't get too hung up on getting the best eye cream. I know there's a myriad of eye creams out there. They tell you that they depuff and that they lighten dark under eye circles. Under eye circles tend to come from, they're either hereditary or they come from lack of sleep. It's usually stagnant blood. It's hard for eye cream to really be responsible for that. But eye serums exist, and then you can layer things if you want to go crazy. So who needs eye cream? Everybody, even men. They can wear an eye serum. It doesn't have to be a cream. It should go in really easily. It's important if you can get, they make eye creams with exfoliating properties with retinol in it. That's good for night. I would alternate it so you're not using it every night, but just like your skincare products, maybe once a night, or every other night or every 2 nights. Hi, Susan. I see you over here on Facebook. It's nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. So wearing it, you should wear day and night. You should wear it even if you're exercising. So I grabbed a couple of the products that I use. I have this horribly old Clarisonic. It came with a tool that I have. It's a gel, and I actually use this when I go running or yoga because I don't want to waste my really good fancy stuff on when I'm exercising, which is the same way I feel about my moisturizer. I only wear my fancy stuff when I'm not going to be sweating it off. So with this, it's an eye serum. It's super light. It absorbs in pretty quick. I don't know if you can see that. I put Can you see that? Just like a tiny dab. I'll show you guys over here. Where's my camera? Oh, it's much bigger. Just a tiny dab. And then I spread it around. And then for application purposes, and this goes with the cream as well, you just want to take it and you put it under your eye, and then you kind of spend a little extra time here. And you can put it over your eyelid. I don't tend to do that, but you certainly can. There are some that feel a little bit more firming that might give you the sense that your eyelid is lifted, especially if you have a heavy brow bone. But just make sure you stay within that orbital bone. You don't want to kind of go crazy on the cheeks. Again, that's where the milia can form. So stay in, stay in this area and just use a little thing, little bit. So one of the things that people always tell you, they apply with their ring finger. The reason that you're applying with your ring finger is because it has the least amount of pressure. So this one has just not as much strength. So they just recommend that you do like a little tap. If you want to circle it in, I wouldn't recommend rubbing, and I wouldn't recommend pulling in either direction. I think, does that make sense? I feel like that's a lot of times that's the question that people have, is actually how to apply the eye cream. So if you're not comfortable using your ring finger, you can use any finger. Just be delicate. It's a delicate area, and you just want to be careful. But in the grand scheme, you're like putting on eye cream isn't going to damage the eye area. I know sometimes people have heard that heavy eye creams can weigh down the area. I mean, how much eye cream are you really wearing that you're going to weigh down your eye area? That seems a little bit crazy. So this is my super cheap Clairsonic serum. I like when you get samples from companies. That's a good one to use for your running or your exercise eye creams. I brought a couple of the other ones just so you could see like kind of the different weights. So this is a Naturbase Diamond Eye Cream. It's incredibly expensive. It's a good eye cream. But again, like I don't think you have to spend $250 on an eye cream. But if you are, remember, you're using a tiny, tiny little bit amount. I read somewhere that the amount that they suggested was the size of a pine nut. And even that I think is too big. I think you should do half a pine nut. And then you just take a little bit, you put it on your eyelashes. And again, for those of you that want to put it on your eyelids, you certainly can. I probably wouldn't bring it down to your actual eyelid, but again, just on that orbital bone. That feels nice. That feels nice. You obviously could see that I feel like I need to open my mouth when I apply my eye cream. I like eye creams in jars like this or in pumps because you can control how much you're getting. It stays sanitary. I don't like jars, so I've got a couple of jars that I also use. This is a deluxe sample of a product that I got. Obviously, in the skincare world, I get some free stuff, which I like to use. And it's a pot, and I like to use, like, this is a spatula. I mean, you can get this kind of stuff at Ulta and even at Target, or even a Q-tip, and you just take a tiny, tiny little amount. You just don't want to waste it. Here, tiny little amount. That's my eye cream. Anybody questions? Anybody have any questions about how to apply it? Does it all make sense? I'm gonna put this on my other one. My mouth has to drop open in order to get it on. Otherwise, you can't get it on. It just doesn't work. Why it's important? Susan over here on Facebook says that she always sticks her finger in the pot. It's your own pot, but still kind of gross. I mean, they just say for sanitary reasons you should use a stick or like something, but you want to control it. But it's your product. You could use it however you want. It's important to keep the area, Carly asked, sunblock over eye cream. You don't want to put sunblock under your eyes. You don't need to. That's what sunglasses were invented for. If there is I don't even know if I've seen an eye cream with sunscreen in it. I will look, and if I see it, I'll look it up and see. I don't have one that has a sunblock in it. But you don't want to put that sunblock like all the way up to your lash line. Just put it like under your orbital bone. So that's where your sunscreen should stop. You know, you can put it in your brows, but I wouldn't put the sunscreen too close to your eyes. It just gets in your eyes and gets stingy. So you're using eye cream for hydration. You want to hydrate that area just like anything else in order to keep those fine lines at bay. And I pulled a couple of the different ones that I have in retail. I've got an eye serum, which is really nice. It's just a really light serum. It's a gel base, which I don't know if you guys can see this. This is Skin Scripts. They also make a really nice eye cream. If you can hear that scratching, that is Bubba dancing on the floor, so I apologize. This is a really nice eye cream. Again, it's really light, and I love the pump. And this one, actually, I've had other people say that they like that it's got the little window so they can see how much is left. Oh, and then, so Hale and Hush. So I carry this one because I have a lot of sensitive skin clients. And the eye mousse is actually, so it's a mousse texture, and it actually has a firming property where, because of the mousse, it feels tight, and it gives you that like kind of high and tight feel. So a lot of people really like this. I had never seen anything in a mousse texture before, but it's a really nice eye cream actually. So if anybody's interested in testing these out, let me know. We can get you some samples or come on in. We did application, and then how to make it simple. You know, because you can't really add eye cream into your moisturizer, it is something that you have to do an extra step. But while you're grabbing product, if you're the kind of person who needs to make it really fast and you want to take your serum and your moisturizer and your sunscreen all at the same time, while you're grabbing those products, since they are all going to be separate products, and putting them in your hand at the same time, also take your eye cream, put a little bit on the back of your hand, so that way at least all the steps are there. And again, like if you're going to do it in the shower, you can put it on the side of the shower. You put on all your product, and then you put on your eye cream last. And the truth is, it doesn't really matter if you put it on first or last. Some people want to put it on first, so then the moisturizer kind of like seals everything at the edge. But there is no strong benefit in either direction. So as long as you get it on and you're wearing it. So that's like trying to get it as simple as possible, is just to start applying all of your product at the same time. And just like anything, the more you do it, the faster you'll get, the quicker you'll be out of there. Like, I mean, my bathroom routine, my washing my face takes longer than getting at night when I put everything on. That's a pretty short routine. So, that is my eye cream story. Carly, do you have any other specific questions that you wanted me to address that wasn't covered? I wanted to make it quick and easy for everyone. Wear your eye cream. Don't burn your ear on your flat iron. And if there's no questions, if you think of anything later, feel free to give me a shout out. I'm happy to answer anything. And I appreciate you guys all stopping by and hanging out with me on my Tuesday tutorials. I will be here next week, Tuesday, and we will have some more topics to cover. If you have anything you want me to discuss on future tutorials, please let me know. And thank you so much for stopping in, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. Take care.